Hello and welcome back to another weekend website course tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to add two-factor authentication to your WordPress website. So if you've ever browsed any modern website where you have to log in to an account, you've probably come across two-factor authentication. It normally will send a text message to your phone with a 6-digit number or 4-digit number that you have to put inside the website, or you even use the Google Authenticator app from your phone where you copy a code and put it into the website there. So I do recommend having 2FA on your websites, especially for accounts that have to log in. It just makes it a lot safer and can also just help you prevent any type of attempts to for someone to log into an account that should not be logging into that account. So to accomplish this on WordPress, I have used the WP2FA Authenticator plugin. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. So I'm going to click on Install Now and walk you through this process. All right, so now that it's installed, let's go ahead and click on Activate. All right, so let's go ahead and get started and go through the onboarding wizard. I love websites or plugins that offer the onboarding wizard. It is so helpful. So let's get started. All right, so you have two different authentication methods that you can set up. So you have both of those options, just depending on what you like. You can do either one of those. I'll just keep both of those checked. And let's go ahead and do continue setup. All right, so now it asks who do you want to enforce 2FA for or two-factor authentication. Normally, if it's just a site that I'm logging into, and it depends on your customers as well or who's accessing your website, I only do it for admin users on some of my sites. But if you have other accounts that are accessing your site, maybe customer accounts, it may be a good idea to maybe not require 2FA, but at least offer that as an option. So for me, I only want to do this for only specific users and roles, and I only want to do for administrator accounts. So let's go ahead and continue setup. All right, so then it asks if you want to exclude any of the following users or any of the following roles. I am good on this. All right, and then also if you are requiring any type of 2FA for other users, it asks if there should be any grace period. So they have to set up 2FA by a certain time. Or you can do, well, it kind of gives you only two options here. So they have to do either straight away or it gives them some time. So I'll just keep the default 3 days here. Let's do all done. All right, so let's go ahead and configure the 2FA now that we kind of gone through some of the settings on here. All right, so you have two different authentication methods. You have one over email, and you have one using a authenticate or using an app of your choice or some type of authentication app. I like to use the authentication apps. To me, they just work a little bit more seamlessly, just in case your WordPress site is not sending email for whatever reason. To me, it always will give you access. So let's go ahead and click on next step. Okay, so now if you don't already have the Authenticator app on your phone, you'll want to download that. So I just have to the Google App Store and also the App Store for iPhones or for any Apple devices, I should say. So here you can download the Google Authenticator app for your iPhone, your iPad, and then if you have an Android phone, then you can also download the Authenticator app. So I did not know that you could do it on the computer, so I may install that later. Anyway, let's go back over. So once you have that app installed on your phone, then you can go ahead and go into the app. There's a plus sign at the bottom of the screen. I know that you can't see what I'm doing, but if you have the app open, you'll see a plus sign down at the bottom of the screen, and you'll use that to scan the QR code that you see on your screen here. So I'm doing this as we speak from my phone. And once you scan that QR code, it is going to go ahead and put a new account on your phone where you can log into your website with this code. So I'm going to go ahead and click on I'm ready to move forward. And let's do the authentication code. So the authentication code is going to be the code that's coming from an Authenticator app. So it gives you some time, but then the codes will expire. So I'm just going to copy that code and put it here. And I'm just going to go click on validate and save. And so now we know that the 2FA is now working. The app did successfully install on your phone and create that account. Now, I would say this very next step is very important before you click out of this. You definitely want to go ahead and click on the generate the list of backup codes, just in case anything happens to your phone or your account. Trust me, that's happened to me before. I dropped my phone in the pool, and my authenticator app, it would not come up on my new phone unless I had access to scan the QR code. Very messy business. Anyway, I highly advise you to go ahead and download these backup codes, put them in a very safe place, maybe on your cloud or your drive somewhere. I definitely recommend that. Each one of these codes can be used one time. If you're running out of codes, then you can always generate some more, but you definitely want to make sure you have these backup codes just in case you can't get into your authenticator app. All right, so that is pretty much it. Your website now has 2FA for all the users or different roles that you want to use 2FA. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you, and we will see you again next time.